I'm Mario with Atticman Heating and Air in Sacramento, California, and this is the top 5 red flags to watch out for when you are getting an estimate for your new heating and air system. Let's get started. First thing I want to say, if you are a homeowner looking to get an estimate for a heating and air system, I would recommend you get at least 3 bids. Getting under that is not enough. Getting over that can be overkill because you are going to be flooded with lots of different information and you can end up going down a rabbit hole, and next thing you know, you have so much information you don't know which way to go. What I would recommend is researching at least 3 reputable companies in your area. Even if they're a referral, look them up online. Don't just look at reviews. Read reviews, that's important, but also, look at their licensing record. Look at places like the Better Business Bureau. Do some research on how long has this company been in business, how many jobs have they actually completed, and do they do quality work, right? In today's age, your reputation is everything. Because of the internet, word spreads very quickly. I think in any company, you're going to have some bad reviews and you're going to have a lot of great reviews. Read through those reviews, see what stands out to you. If you're looking for a replacement in particular, look for reviews that talk about the replacement process, right? Did the company show up on time? Did they complete all of the work as intended? Was the installation crew, the people at the house, were they friendly? But most importantly, did they do a good job? Was the contract completed as intended? And was the homeowner overall satisfied? So look up 3 companies and call them for estimates. Now, the first red flag I would say is if the salesman or technician, whoever it is that comes to your house to give you an estimate, starts pushing you right away, trying to ask, what is your budget? And what can I do to earn your business? And trying to get that close, right, within that first 30 minutes, that is a red flag for me, right? It tells me that the salesman or the technician, whoever it is, doesn't really care about my issues or what I'm looking to have done. They're more just concerned with closing the sale, right? At the end of the day, what you have to recognize as a homeowner is heating and air is a very competitive business, right? If you're calling around for estimates, they know you're gathering estimates and it is their job to win your business, right? But there's a right way to win people's business and there's a wrong way to win people's business. If you feel this guy is coming in your door, trying to strong arm you and kind of bully you and get, answers right at you, right out the gate, without actually asking questions about your home and what you're looking for and how they can help you, that to me is a red flag. The second red flag I would say would be, do they pull permits? Do they do things the right way? If you have someone that's coming out to give you an estimate, they're not talking about permits or they're not talking about things such as duct testing or HERS testing. For those of you in California, just so you know, a duct test or HERS test is required by law on every single HVAC changeout, regardless if it's a furnace or a condenser, whatever it is, right? So, at my company, at Atticman, we like to do permits, HERS testing, duct testing on every job, right? We make that known. Hey, this is what's included. We do things by the book. It protects you as a homeowner, making a record that, hey, a permit was pulled on this job and it was inspected by an inspector to make sure everything is safe, right? If they're shying away from those questions or even just straight up not including them, that's a red flag. And you got to look, maybe they didn't talk about it in person and they send you a quote later, you're reading through the quote, does it say includes permits or includes Title 24 testing, right? Does it include a warranty, right? I've seen many different types of quotes over the years, all the way from a literal 2-sentence, hey, prices to install a new train system. Okay, that's very vague, right? Versus, hey, prices to remove existing system, install this new unit, right? Here's the model number, here's what's included, we're including a drain pan, fuses. All of those things, you want all of that information on there because at the end of the day, when you decide to sign a contract, you're agreeing to the work to be performed, right? So make sure things like permits, duct testing, warranties, and what they're actually doing is included in the scope of work, and make sure the salesperson or technician who comes out discusses those things and lets you know up front, hey, we do things the right way, this is everything that's included. Reason number 3, a red flag that I would tell you to look out for is, did they look at the duct work, right? And what do I mean by that? Well, in today's age, especially with high efficiency HVAC systems, airflow across these refrigeration pieces of equipment is more important than ever. Actually, the number 1 reason that HVAC malfunctions occur is because of a lack of airflow, typically due to a dirty filter. That's the number 1 thing that causes air conditioners and furnaces to break down, but also can be due to undersized ductwork, right? And this is especially true if you have zoning, meaning you have more than 1 thermostat connected to a single heating or air conditioning system. right? I've seen salesmen come in, they look at the equipment, they're so focused on the equipment, they quote the equipment, okay, that's all great, and then they go to do the install, and the ductwork can't handle the equipment. If you're going up in tonnage, say you have a 3-ton now, and maybe you're thinking about going up to a 4-ton, or somebody is suggesting that, your ductwork needs to be able to handle that, right? There's 2 parts to your heating and air system. You have the actual equipment itself, the air conditioner, the coils, the furnace, and you have the ducting, and both are equally as important to operate together. I've been in the home and signed thousands of contracts over the years, even before I started my company, Atticman, and that was something I always looked at. Was I did a duct calculation, okay? What you need to know about that is airflow is measured in something called a CFM. A CFM is about a basketball worth of air, and there's a certain amount of CFMs that the new pieces of equipment require going over that coil while in operation. And then let's say you have a 10-inch duct or a 12-inch duct connected to your filter, and you're trying to put a 4-ton system on there, which at manufacturer specs is requiring a minimum of 1500 CFMs, it's never going to reach that, right? And you as a homeowner, you might not be aware of that. Maybe the salesman is aware and decided to ignore it because they're trying to keep their price competitive, or maybe they just didn't catch it because they're not actually educated on how an HVAC system operates. They're just there to sell, right? Those are red flags. You want to make sure that your ductwork can handle the heating and air system itself, and vice versa. So a duct calculation, all of our supervisors, technicians, everybody has a duct sizing chart on them, and it's required that we go through that duct sizing chart and we actually look at the equipment that we're thinking about installing. And if the ductwork cannot handle it, we're including upsizing ductwork to make sure that we are getting enough CFMs across that unit, right? Because there's nothing worse as a homeowner. You spend 10, 15, 20 grand, whatever it is, on a new heating and air system, and it breaks down in 3 years because of a lack of airflow, right? And a lack of airflow will cause refrigerant leaks, it'll cause blower motors to die, it'll cause loud noises, it'll cause compressors to go out. I mean, it causes all the issues most of the time find their way back to poor airflow. So make sure that whoever's giving you an estimate looked at the ductwork, did a duct sizing calculation, and it's in the contract that they are going to ensure that the new system has the CFM requirements over it that it needs to last a long time and run efficiently. Another red flag you should watch out for when getting an estimate for a new heating and air system is the salesman or technician who came out. Do they seem like they're in a rush, right? If they're in a rush and they're just coming in, they're asking a few questions and it seems like they got better places to be, that's definitely a red flag. Designing a heating and air system optimal for your home takes time, right? And this is not a cheap project. I mean, you're going to be spending a good amount on this new heating and air system. You want to make sure that it's designed correctly. And I've seen many technicians and salesmen over the years, they go for what we call the low-hanging fruit, right? They go for those houses where homeowners just, maybe they're kind of desperate or maybe they just don't care and they just want to, hey, I'm just looking to sign a contract and get this done tomorrow, right? A lot of sales guys love that. A lot of technicians love that. They go and it's easy. They're in and out in 30 minutes. Hey, you know, we got a job. All right, cool. You know, be wary of that, right? At Atticman, we require our guys to be at the house for minimum 60 to 90 minutes, but most appointments end up running 2, 3, 4+ hours. We had one the other day, our technician was there for 8 hours designing the system before a contract was finally signed and we could begin production on the project. So make sure that the time is carved out for you, that they're actually taking their time to design a system that's going to work for your needs. And that's just as important for you as the homeowner to make sure you're interviewing this company, this person coming out, seeing what do they know, how are they designing the system, because all of that is going to play a huge part in how efficiently your system runs and how long it lasts over the years. The number one red flag you have to watch out for as a homeowner when getting an estimate for your new heating and air system is the person that's out here giving me an estimate actually care? Do they care about my situation? Do they care about my problem? Do they want to help me find a solution for what I'm looking for, and hopefully within a budget that I have ready to go? Do they have the heart of a teacher, right? We talk about this all the time with our guys, is we are here to serve, not sell, right? If you're there to serve the customer, if you go in with the intention of, hey, This customer called us because they have some kind of a problem, whether, hey, I just need a new HVAC system, or hey, my energy bills are really high, or hey, this room, doesn't cool down as much as the rest and it's driving me and my wife crazy. There's always a reason a customer calls. They have a problem that they need solved, and it's your job as the person going out to uncover what is that problem and tailor a solution for that issue, and hopefully within a budget that the homeowner was planning for, right? So if they come in, again, I said this earlier in reason number one, and they're trying to just strong arm you into a contract, they don't really care about listening to what's going on. They're not asking you engaging questions like, what are your energy bills like? Is this room more comfortable than this room? Do you have any problem areas in the home? Those are red flags, right? You want to make sure you have a heart of a teacher, somebody who's passionate about heating and air, right? I've been in the heating and air industry since I was 16 years old. I've sold millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of contracts. Every single job that I sold from a place of education. I went into the homes, I educated the homeowner. I have physically installed hundreds, if not thousands of HVAC systems over the years myself. I know how the systems work. I can answer any questions. I can go toe to toe with the best of them in terms of knowledge on an HVAC system. And that comes off to the homeowner, right? A homeowner that's going to spend 10, 15, 20 plus $1,000 with you or your company, they have to trust you, right? They have to believe that you're going to do a good job. They have to believe that you know what you're talking about and your company knows what they're doing, right? Nobody wants to spend that kind of money and get duped and the system's not operational or it's not working as intended. So it all starts with that first estimate, right? Do they have the heart of a teacher? And if the answer is yes, and you feel that they actually care and they're educating you and they are willing to take the time to listen to what's going on and create a solution for whatever problem you have, that is a huge green flag and automatically puts them off in a really good start to earn your business. So I hope this helps. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer those as quickly as I can. You can follow me on Instagram at AtticmanMar. You can follow my company at Atticman HVAC. Thank you very much.